Generic greetings and welcome to Construction plus Prison-Arcitect plus Alpha 11 episode 7. In the previous episode we were continuing on our expansion over here where the workshop is concerned to try and get more money in order to then finish off, or at least start construction and then finish this cell block here, as well as the extra area for the yard and then finally the infirmary. The plan is probably to build this area here, the yard, and then this area down here, which is going to be the infirmary, just so we get the health and well-being grant done, because I know that's annoying a couple of people, and me as well, because obviously it's 10 grand pretty much for free sitting there. So it's something we're going to do at some point. Is that guard cleaning, or is he trying to escape? What is that guard doing? What is that guy doing? He's been released. Okay, let's just open the door for him. There we go. Looks like we're getting a lot of people released. Last episode we had Matt Featherstone, you know, the son of Tom Featherstone, who, you know, we thought this is going to start a new saga in the Featherstone story, but no, he just sort of went. He just sort of left, like, you know, a minute after after I said it. So he's now gone. That's fantastic. But you know, that's okay. That's okay. We can. We're still getting prisoners. We've got 37 prisoners. As I said in the as I said in a couple of episodes, people keep leaving the prison. Because obviously Alpha 11, you get people getting released and such. There's a couple of questions that I've been asked that I want to specifically answer, because I've been getting them quite a lot, and I want to sort of go on record and answer them now. The main thing is about this workshop. Several people are wondering why on earth I've sectioned it off like this, and you know, most of the comments say, well, why don't you just delete all the walls and make one massive workshop? There's several reasons for that. The first reason is that you can only have a maximum of 20 people assigned in one room, regardless of its physical size. As far as I'm aware, anyway. Every time I've tried to do it, it won't let me go past the 20 limit size. So if this entire prison was all workshop, you could only assign 20 people to it. If the small area like this is all workshop, I obviously can only I can currently only assign 11 to it because of its size and what's in it. But like I say, regardless of its size, there is a maximum, there is a height limit of 20, so I can't place more than 20 in it. So even if I'd make all of this workshop, all of this, I'd still only be able to put 20 people in, which is pretty pointless considering this can only have 11 in, and I've got more saws than I can actually handle in there. If I filled, like, I'd be able to fill more than 20 saws in both of these. I mean, how many's in there? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. There's 12 saws in there, so these two bits alone would be more than I could actually staff. So I'd be actually wasting my space, like, twice over, because assuming I could get the same around here, there'd be a massive amount of space wasted. So that's why I've split it off, because we have, you know, we can have 11 there, 11 there, 11 there, and then 11 there, which means they've all got workshops all actually being used. The second question that I want to answer is this section in the middle. People saying, why have you done this section in the middle? It's stupid. Well, no, not really, because of the way the alpha works at the moment. I'm assuming this is going to change in the future, but for the time being, the way the workshop actually functions is that the first workshop you set up, again, this is from my experience, this isn't gospel or anything, when the first one you set up, that's sort of, you can class that as the primary workshop. And what I mean by that is that all of the materials are generally taken and stored there. Even if this was the first workshop I made and this was the second, and I had tables in both workshops, this workshop here, you wouldn't get many things stored in there on the tables. They would always take them here, because that's the primary workshop. It's just one of the alpha things at the moment. Remember when canteens you could only really have one, because the one would always be classed as the primary one and the other one that wouldn't really do it. Same as shower blocks. I'm sure they'll change that eventually, but for the time being, the way I'm getting around it is by having a bit in the centre. That's my first workshop that I placed, and the only workshop I'm going to actually have tables in. Because of that, all of the materials will be taken and stored in the table. If I just get a spare guard, I should have a spare one lying around. Have I got one? Yeah, there's one there. So you come over here, please. Come there. Move. There we go. You'll have to excuse my pointing. I've actually, my mouse failed me a couple of hours ago, so I'm using like a really crap one I found in the attic, so it's not overly good. Right, move him in there. No. Ah! And apparently the scroll wheel's bust. You go into there. So let's have a quick look at it. We should see everything stored in it. Yes, there we go. Look at all that. That's an unbelievable amount, actually. I really need to put some more tables in. But yes, there we go. There's the prime example. You can see that all these metal plates are getting stacked on the saw because that's where they where they like to go. But why is that? Why is the workman decided to place that metal stack in this workshop and not there? Well, that's because this is the primary workshop. Any overflow defaults to there. Okay, that's why he's storing it in here. There you go. Answers, several of them. I will no longer be answering any more on the workshop. If I get any in the comments saying, well, why have you done the workshop this way? I'm going to do something very, very bad. Like stop making the episodes. That'll teach them. No. Right, anyway, so I need to add a couple of more tables in here. That was something that people suggested in the previous episode, and I do plan on adding more tables. I just didn't really have the money or the need, really, but obviously we do now. We've made a lot of license plates. As I said in the... Oh, there's that going off. Yeah, we're still catching contraband. How's our danger level? Five prisoners say they're well treated, and if we go to our needs, go to needs. Let's just see how that is going. Yeah, needs are okay. So, like I say, prevention rather than damage limitation. And I'm glad that several people have taken that on board in the comments, and it seems to be anyone that says, why don't you buy riot guards and why don't you make a kick-off? Well, that's not what it's about, and several people have actually informed them of that fact, which is fantastic, in a nice and happy way, not like a violent way, like calling them more or anything like that. We don't stand for that sort of thing. Anyway, so looks like the cleaner doesn't get a day off, but everyone else does. It's free time, and most of them are using that to sleep, which is a bit silly since it's going to be sleep time in a couple of hours, so whatever. Looks like Dean Rocket Hall is on the phone. John a phone and tell us when DayZ standalone's coming out anytime you want. Yeah. Right. I hired another chef in the previous episode. I think that's enough. I don't think we need any more than that. When we get more prisoners, eventually, once we build this cell block, then that's something that I will do. I will actually, buy more. I will actually buy more prisoners. I will actually get more prisoners into the area. But for the time being, we're going to stick as is. What was I going to do? Oh yes, I was going to add things to this area here. Let me just speed the game up a second, and let's see what happens. As soon as it's sped up and we get money, I can then start construction, adding more workshop presses, adding more tables to the workshop in the centre, and there we go. Oh, don't want to pause it. I want to not go normal speed. So here we go. That's a lot of money. We've got $1,468 from just being the prison. So we get a fair amount of profit straight away. And looks like we're getting over $5,000. Yeah, over $5,000. Is it going? It's still going. It's still going. $6,000. Can we make it to 7? Nah, $6,000 only. Ah, well, there we go. Anyway, let's put some tables in. I'm going to put them all in here, all the way down to the bottom, and just fill this up like so. And then I think we can get a couple more saws and presses in. Why not, Why not? How many we can fit in? I reckon we can get. I reckon we get a good couple in. One there, and one there, and then we can get another. We go to press, and then we can go to and get a press there, and then there. Can I get a couple more in? I could probably get another 2 in. Why not? Let's do that. One there, and then finally we'll go to saw, and then one there. There. Let's say this mouse isn't fantastic. Right, utilities, electrical cable, and let's plumb it all in. So we'll plumb it down to there. Because obviously we still got the bug with this electrical cable and such. Someone in the comments tried to point it out and said it was about here, but I did delete it and try it, and it wasn't, so I'm afraid that's not the case. I also nearly made a mistake last episode. I was going to fill this in with a... I went to build this area here, and then I almost filled it in with the foundation, which isn't right, because this has to be a... This isn't a foundation area, this is a outside area, so I will just be walling it off before we build this area here, which I think I'll probably be getting the infirmary done this episode. I think the amount of presses I've got here is a fair amount, saws and presses. So once both of these are ongoing, both these are set to go. I think we'll get enough money to certainly build that in a couple of hours' time. Let's speed it up a little bit and get this finished. We need to go to deployment, and we also need to go to jobs, and we will assign. How many have we got? Let's unassign everybody for it first. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Sack it. Let's just sack the max amount of people in there. So we got, hang on, let me just try that again. So we'll just zoom out and see, let's just count how many we've got. So we've got jobs. We've got 22. Is that right? 11, 11? Yeah, 22. 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, which is more than we actually have. Not ideal. Let's unassign a couple of people from somewhere. Let's unassign one from there. Actually, two from there because we don't need all of that amount. And then probably unassign one from that area. This is our kitchen, and I think that'll do us actually. We probably only need 2 in the kitchen anyway. Let's assign 2 from the kitchen, so we've only got 2 in because I'm not really staffing. The plan is, oh, let me just cancel that bit there, electrical cable. I don't really plan on staffing this with convicts, I guess. I'm not staffing this with prisoners. I'm going to go for the whole stuffing it with actual staff, with cooks, who apparently like to leave bacon and potatoes on the floor. I should really put a bench in here. Not a couple of benches. I'll put a couple of tables in there. Maybe they'll stop doing that. Although, to be fair, they've got freezers to put it in, but that doesn't really seem to stop them. But whatever. Anyway, they're making all that for food time in a couple of hours. It's going to be shower time, and then we will be ready to go for another day's work. 8 prisoners say they're well treated. Let's just check our reports and needs. Needs are getting there. Hygiene always creeps up at this time, but as soon as it goes morning, or as soon as it goes to a time where they can actually get out of bed, there we go, they should go in the shower. Remember, there is 7 shower heads in each area, and there's an average, well, there's 10 people go to each one, which means that there's always 3 remaining. You see there's 3 remaining here waiting around, and then once people have finished showering, there we go, there's a couple gone. The rest will then go in and actually use the showers in their own time anyway. No, not going to do that. Looks like it's getting used. Probably some up here. No, there's still a little bit of hygiene there, but nobody seemed to want to use it. Anyway, there we go. And obviously, now that it's free time, they're going to do all the bowels, bladders, hygiene stuff. They're going to get that all done. And anyone like him that didn't shower in the actual shower time will use it. So hygiene is almost full. Bowels and bladders going right down, sleep's going down, exercise going down, and family and recreation are doing the same thing. Family and recreation are probably the ones that are the hardest to sort out. In fact, do I need any more phone booths? I don't think so. I think there's enough in there. Just a bit of recreation by the look of it. That's not getting critical, but we've got 1 on orange. That's okay. 26 prisoners say they're well treated. I must be doing okay. Let's just see if this place actually... This metal detectors and such, see if they actually scan anyone and find any contraband. No. No, looks alright. Perfect. Excellent. We've had a couple of pieces, and I know there's a couple of pieces flying around because of... Well, it could be from the kitchen. Is that guy being released? That guy has been released by the look of it. People get... Don't say that guy's being released as well. Oh, good grief, that's 2 people. Oh, no, is he getting released? No, he's not. Oh, whew, I thought I was going to say 2 people can't be released. They're going to see the family. That's okay. Hang on, can they see the family, even though it's eat time? That doesn't make any sense. Let me just check the escapes. Reports. Valuation. No escapes. Oh, well. Who knows, then? Who knows? Right, free time. So they're going to go and sort the remainder of their needs out. Looks like the laundry's working well. We can see there's loads of dirty uniforms all over it. Oh, there's a laundry cart there. But there's a lot of clean... Oh, there we go. Look, he's actually changed his uniform. So that's okay. What does he need? Recreation. Well, go and have it. It's free time. What's his problem? This scroll wheel really doesn't work properly. Scroll wheel. Find it. There, it's working now. Right. Yeah, why doesn't he... Why did that guy wanted recreation yet he was just walking around his cell? Go and get some then. In the centre there's like TVs and pool tables and such. Let me just check the needs. Needs. Needs is alright. Needs are sorted, really. Nothing wrong with that. That's okay. And recreation's getting sorted, and exercise is really getting sorted, walking around the yard, although not using the weights bench. Do you want to use the weights bench? I mean, they just want to walk around by the look of it, but, you know, the weights bench are there if you want to use them. No, that, I mean, it only makes them go down faster. You know, not that I'm just concerned about this. Come on, go, maybe? No, can't be bothered. Anyway, work time, the most important time of the day. Let's have a quick stroll over here, and we shall see if all of these people actually work. So these doors are all forced open because, well, obviously it allows them to get into there a bit faster and makes them, you know, go from left to right, much better. I'm going to... How many guards have I got spare? We got 1 guard spare. Oh, that's right. I accidentally fired a guard yesterday, so let's just hire another guard. There we go. And looks like all the spare materials in here, they've been taken, and now they are getting put in here. Excellent. We're only making, $1,016 per turn now. Per day, should I say, because a lot of prisoners have left, so we're going to open up prisoner intake, so we'll get another 8 prisoners. We do cycle the prisoners a bit too fast, in my opinion. Now that I've had time to sort of study it a bit, I like the fact that prisoners do cycle around, but it does add a couple of problems. The first problem is that, why is that guy jammed in the door? There we go. It does introduce a couple of problems. Obviously, when they go to leave, well, when they could be doing anything, like they could be working or doing something like sweeping up or doing anything critical, and they'll just leave, which is a slight bit of a problem. Not really a problem, to be honest with you, not a massive problem, but you know, I guess it's not really up there with the you know, with the prisons on fire sort of problems, but it is a problem nonetheless. The 2 main problems that I can find with it, or that I have with it, is that they do leave quite fast. So it's only taken a couple of in-game days for me to cycle 8 prisoners. That's quite a lot. I would say probably at least half the time it takes them to leave. But I don't know. I'm not... Oh, and there's another guy being released as well. I mean, come on, how many are we getting released now? That's nearly... I'm guessing that's not going to be the last today as well. We'll probably get another one as well. So we're probably going to lose at least another 1 or 2 prisoners. So, too many prisoners, really. The prisoners are cycling too fast, especially with the way I'm running it, because I haven't got this area up here. This area here. Because I haven't got this up and running yet. I haven't got really any overflow, and what I mean by that is that these workshops, if a couple of people leave, like now, I can't fully staff these workshops and this area and the laundry and the cleaning cupboard, so that's a bit of a problem. But what is a really big problem with the whole cycling prisoners is that when prisoners turn up, they generally have contraband on them, like drills and shotguns and things like that, which, as you keep cycling them through, more and more stuff gets brought in. Unless you screen it out, you're going to get a constant intake. Now, actually, that is a problem, but I like that. It means you have to... It keeps you on your toes. It does keep you on your toes. I do like it, actually. But, nonetheless, it can be a problem, and it means you do have to spend a fair amount of time actually sorting out... And let me just get that guard and bring him over here. It means you have to sort a fair amount of time and money building things and screening people. Look at that. Oh, yes. We like that. Why would you take it down the bottom area first? Why didn't you put it closer? Ah, that's a lot of money getting made. We like that. Looks like everything's working, even though we're like several prisoners short. I mean, by the end of the day, we're probably going to be at least... I reckon we're currently on 31 of 40 prisoners. I reckon that's going to go down to 28 by the time we get another intake tomorrow morning. Not really a problem, because it's only really an issue when people are working. Actually, no, our money goes down as well, so it is a problem. It is just a generic problem. Generic problem? Yeah, it is a generic problem. There we go, there's the work finished. That is a lot of plates. That's a lot of metal plates. Look at that. Oh, there's another one being released. So we're down to 30 prisoners now. And that guy... Is that guy being searched? Looks like that guy's being searched. Yes, he had... Is that a bit of glass or something? I'm guessing it was a shiv of some kind, a homemade shiv. Homemade? Would you class this as homemade? Custom made. Unless this guy calls his cell home, in which case it is homemade. Unless he didn't make it in the cell, and he might have made it in the laundry, in which case it's laundry made. Or would you call it by what he actually made it out of? So it's like glass made. Or what if you made it in, you know, in your spare time? Would you call it spare made? No, we'll just call it a shiv, shall we? Might not have even been a shiv. Anyway, what's that guy doing? Why is that guy loitering? Why don't you eat? You know, it's eat time. No? Do you want to do that? No, apparently not. Anyway, let's check our needs. Well, let's check the danger level. 1 prisoner say they're well treated, but that's it. Ooh, we have to keep an eye on that. Needs. Oh yeah, they're up there. Oh, it's because after we have an 8-hour straight working day, so... Oh, there's another beep. There's another one just kicked off. I don't know where that is, but we'll have a look. Look around. Who's being searched? Oh, looks like it's going to be someone in the common room. No, he's getting chased around. There he goes. He's getting searched. Chapel, what's he got on him? Anything? Ah, bottle of whiskey or something. Pretty good, them metal detectors being able to discover that. Maybe it's got loads of iron filings in it or something. Yeah, so we need to keep an eye on the needs, but after the 8 hours, it's sort of... the needs are all over the place, but as you can see, bladder and bowels are sorted. Food's getting up there, but to be fair, they've just eaten and they'll be eating, you know, when it comes to morning anyway. Hygiene always creeps up. Clothing does the same thing, but as soon as they've had the shower, they tend to, well, hygiene goes to the bottom and clothing tends to go at the bottom. Comfort and exercise at this particular time is okay. If they don't want to sleep, they generally walk around. Oh, hang on, there we go, that's his money coming in. Let me just go to normal speed. How much money are we getting? 7 grand. Keep going. 8 grand off license plates. 9 grand off license plates. Yeah, that's going up. Right, it is time, I believe, to put in our area around here. This is going to be our sort of infirmary and that sort of thing. So before I do anything, I'm going to go to materials and gravel and just fill this area with gravel. So we'll do that, like so. And fill that area with gravel. And we'll do the same to this side as well. But we're going to have to be a bit more precise about this one because we have to, as you can see, do that, like that, and move all the way along. All the way, and down. And then finally, these bits here. Done. It's because we haven't got the wall in there and such. But I'm putting these in before we actually build anything on it, because otherwise you'll just get a bigger line and it'll look all messy, and then I'll have to delete the wall and come back in and problems. Anyway, it looks like all the the workmen haven't come all the way around the outside because there's no entrance here, because then that would make them escape, which is really not the objective of this, is it? Right, so we need to copy this sort of yard scheme over. So we're going to have the lines like so, we're going to have the walls, and then we're going to build this back bit, which will be our infirmary. So I'll wait until they've actually done it. Let me just speed it up for a moment so they can actually get there quicker. Well, not get there quicker, but, you know, from our perception is quicker. They're still going at their normal speed, but, you know, we see it at twice the speed. You probably knew that. Anyway, we're on 30, 40 prisoners. I guesstimated, you know, we're going to lose about, you know, we're probably going to lose a couple more in the morn, and then that'll go down to 28. Either way, we've got 8 prisoners turning up in 5 hours, 27 minutes, which equates to 5 minutes, 27 seconds, but because I'm doubling the speed, it's actually 2 and a bit minutes. Yeah, you know what, again, you understand how speed works. Right, once these guys have done that, are they going to finally finish that off? That guy has finally tiled it off. Come on, yep, maybe. And that guy's going to do the back. And I'm going to wait until they actually get out of the area before I start placing all of the things in it. So brick wall. And we're going to pull this brick wall right down to there. And we'll do the same. We'll pull that up to there. And then we'll do that wall there. Once he's now out of it. And then we'll go to foundation and building. Actually, no, I won't. I'm going to close that for a moment because I'm going to pause the game. And actually do it this way and build it like so. Because if I don't, it might glitch out a little bit. So it's something I need to make sure it connects up to itself, because sometimes if you keep it on the normal speed, it will actually be very funny about it, and sometimes not that it will build all this, but then it also has the nice thing of actually just going wall and putting a wall in every section, so you get the foundation, but then you get a big block of walls inside that you then have to go and demolish. I don't know if it charges them for them, but it's not really any of my concern. What is concerning is that the amount of walls you have to go and demolish. Right, looks like that's all put in. I really need to put in a jail door here. I'll only put that in once I've done this bit, however, you know, to obviously avoid escapes and such. Is that how it should be? Yeah, that is how it should be. Yeah, but I'll delete them eventually. I'll delete, yes, I'll delete that bit there and then that bit there, and that'll obviously, you know, go into this area here once we've finally completed it. Right, so it's coming close to the end of sleep time. What I might actually do, I've got $5,162. That should be enough to get some sort of medical centre up, which will then give us 10 grand. So, you know, we should be okay with that. Oh, there we go. There's sections being built off. Come on, finish it off. And there we go. Fine, perfect. And then we'll put in that. There we go. And then we'll be all sorted. Don't say... Oh, that I need to open that jail door. Open jail door. There we go. Are these guys going to exit? Oh, they can't exit because there's nowhere for them to go. I'm going to lock it open for the time being, as well as that. We'll lock that open. And now we need to plumb this thing in. So, this is where I have to make a decision now. Let me check our power here. That power's only midway. This power, however, is getting there even with these capacitors. I reckon that... See, originally, this power plant here, this power plant was going to power the top section bits, so like these two bits, plus a little bit down here, and the one below it was going to power this one and everything down here. Looking at it now, though, with the amount of... If I add... Well, with the amount of things I'm going to add around here, I don't think I'm going to have enough power. I think I'm going to have to... I think I'm going to have to leave that power station for just the workshops, literally only the workshops, and have the green cable power the rest. I think that's what I'll do. So let's drag this down into here. And that'll do us there. And that'll power our area around here, which obviously is now going to become our morgue and our... Infirmary. Speaking of morgue, I really need to make it actually a morgue, because, you know, it's just one big building at the moment. I can do that later, though. We don't really need to do that at the moment. I am going to go to rooms and our infirmary, like so, and then probably just pull this down like so. Make that an infirmary. I'm trying to think where I'm going to put the wall for the... Oh, there's someone got rid of contraband. I'm trying to think where I'm going to put the wall for the... for the morgue. I just realised what time it is. We've been speeding this up really quick. Let me put it back to normal speed, shall we? There we go. We've actually got more prisoners now. We've got 8 prisoners turned up, and apparently 8 more are going to turn up tomorrow morning. I'm going to allow that, because 2 are probably going to be released by the time that comes around anyway, because we've only got 36. So, something we really need to... keep an eye on, make sure we always get the maximum number of prisoners. Right, let's go to staff, and we'll go to doctor, and then we'll hire a doctor, and then we'll hire another doctor, just so we almost finish this grant, and we will get at least 1 bed, because, you know, you need at least 1. How should we build this? It doesn't really matter, to be honest with you. Let me just spin it round and just put them on the back wall for now. 1 there, 1 there, and 1 there. We really don't need any more than that. So far, there's been no violence, and I intend to keep it that way. I will probably build the wall there and have the infirmary there, have the morgue there. In fact, that's exactly what I'll do. I'll go to brick wall, and... Come on. There we go. There's the brick wall, and then we can go to rooms, infirmary, and then finish the infirmary off to there, because obviously a wall's going to be there. Then we can go to our morgue, and then finally morgue that off there, which we will put in some big morgue slabs. There, there, and there, and there, maybe? Yeah, that looks alright. There, there, stupid mouse, there, and then... how do I have this? I'm liking the idea of that. There we go. And there's our other door. There's our other grant completed. Finally, our medical grant. And then we'll put a door in there. And there's the morgue. Excellent. So we now got another... We got 10 grand now. Excellent. I'm gonna just, you know, probably just add a couple more workshop saws, you know, just because we can. 1, 2, and then presses. 3 and 4. There we go. And there's that one all finished off. Utilities, electrical cable, and then we will drag down the electrical cable from there to there, and that'll power that. And then we should have a full set there. We just need to go to work, actually, at deployment and jobs, and then assign a max amount of people that we can to this place, which should be there now. Is that enough? Yep, there's that maxed out. That's got 4. We don't really need any more than that, although we could have 6. I'm just going to assign the people from the kitchen. I don't need them. Laundry, I probably could do with a couple less. I'd probably do with 1 less. Jobs in the cleaning cupboard we need to max out because, you know, this is quite a big prison. And I think that'll do us. There we go. So, lots of money coming in now. Definitely a lot of money coming in. That's a fair amount of workshop saws and such. Again, I don't even think we have enough to staff this thing. We're still 4 prisoners short of what we can actually have, but another 8 prisoners are going to arrive in, you know, the 8 hours or whatever. So we should be alright. I think we'll be alright. Okay. Not too bad. Let's just speed up. I'm gonna get to the end of this day just to see how much we actually get, and I want to see if they actually if they put the saws in and such, and the presses, if they actually jump on it straight away. I mean, we haven't got power to them yet, you understand, but you know, hopefully they'll power it up before. Yeah, they've actually powered that up. Excellent. We can cancel that little spare one off there, and they're finally putting the presses in. That should be connected because there'll be a connection already there. Yes, it is. And then finally we're doing the last one, and I'll be ready to go. One thing I have missed out on is probably the amount of steel coming. Yeah, there's loads of sheet metal coming. That because we've got all the workmen on building things, we've got a bit of a problem. And I've just realised that is more of a problem there. Oh, good grief. Right, utilities, capacitor. Well, let's add 1, 2, 3, 2, 3 capacitors. We need to add them in quickly, quicker, please. And there's 2 people being released. There you go. Told you we'd have enough. We'd lose enough to get, you know, a full another 8 tomorrow. You lose a lot of prisoners. Too much, in my opinion, actually. I've come to the conclusion that it's probably a little bit too much. Anyway, we have all the prisoners assigned to that, all the prisoners assigned to that. We have an infirmary done. We have our health and well-being grant done. Let me just get that guy and send him into the centre. That guard, I just want to see how much we've got in the centre here. Looks like they're actually taking things to the press, and that guy's getting on it. Oh, that's a fair amount of license plates. That's alright. Yeah, we're doing alright. We're getting certainly enough money to really start cracking on with this. I need to turf this and then really start building over here. Probably actually start doing that next episode, to be fair, because with the amount of money we're getting, I reckon we're going to get at least 10 grand from workshops. Or maybe not, actually, because we don't have the prisoners to actually make them all, because we keep losing them, and I don't mean losers in, like, you know, like a set of khakis or anything. We're actually losing them from the, because of the way they're being released. We don't really have enough to staff this thing fully. So we might not make 10 grand, but we'll certainly be getting there. But the next couple of episodes will be about building this, our second cell block, and once that's up and running, then the money will really start flowing. Right, that's it for now. Thank you very much for watching. Take care, and generic partings.